Hi, my name's Barrie Crampton. I've been sent a Reolink camera to test and make a video of. This one is the RLC-811A. Now, it's kind of, I suppose it's kind of a sponsored video because they've sent me this to test for free, but they've sent it because I've been doing some stuff already, which I've paid for. I've already fitted two of these, the RLC-842A to the sides of the building, and I've already fitted one of these, the RLC-811A. So, if you're thinking to yourself, they've sent him a free camera and it's going to be a biased review, it's not. I'm testing this after I've already tested it and after I've already put my money where my mouth is. And spent, I've got the recorder as well, the 24-hour recorder with the 8 channels, and I've already spent that. Also, the best thing ever, the pan tilt zoom camera, which I can't just remember the name at the moment. I think it's the 423. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. 423A. That's brilliant. That's you probably can't see that from there, and I can't show you on my camera at the moment because I'm using it to video. Sorry, on my phone at the moment. But I can view it on my desktop, I can view it on the monitor in the office, and I can view it from anywhere on my mobile. And I'll cut those things in. This one in particular, I actually wish I'd got these for the ends of the cabin. The only reason I didn't, the only reason I chose these for the ends of the cabin is they're not quite viewed from the road, and these cameras are vandal proof. I can't just remember I think they will withstand 10 strikes of a certain force, but anyway. That's the reason for this also is it has colour viewing at night where the others only have, or only seem to have, black and white. So I've got these cameras covering the front of the forecourt and the entrance. If anybody wants to get a car off here, that's the way they're going to have to do it. They can't jump over the wall. So that's the most important view. It's a real good picture, really clear, and it's in colour too. And they're also 4K. The way that cameras have come on since the first time I set one of these up, I mean, the first time, you couldn't read the registration numbers. We had a car stolen. I gave the video to the policeman. I showed him, and he said, "What do you expect me to do with that?" He says it cost us thousands of pounds to have that enhanced. So now you don't have to. You can do it yourself. Anyway, let's just open the camera up. So it's an unboxing. So as I say, even though Reolink have sent me this camera, and it's kind of a paid product video, it's not really, because I've already got one. I already know how good they are, and I'm basically just showing you. That's the instructions. I've not read them. I never read instructions, but there is a good thing in there. There's a little sticker to say your property is protected by Reolink. That's the Ethernet cable to plug into a TV or a screen. That's a waterproof cover for the plug. That's again the Ethernet plug there. It screws on there tight. Now let's just get this out. Let's find the best way of getting this out. That's all that's in the box. This is a power over Ethernet camera. So you can either, that's the camera there, that's the fitting at the bottom, and that's your plugs. I wish, with it being power over Ethernet, you can run a cable, an Ethernet cable, similar to this, and instead of having to also run a power cable. It takes its power through this. So you only need one cable, so that goes in there. Otherwise, you need a power cable as well and a transformer to power it from there. So that's all right if your camera's going to be that far from a plug, but if not, the Ethernet thing is best, and it sends all your signals through there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 20-meter cables, which they're all down there in a mess at the moment, but what I'm going to do, get a crimping tool. Once I've got it all set up, and that black lead coming down there, that's going to go down the trunking, and it's all nice and neat out of the way. What I prefer, I wish there'd been no doubt they've got their own reasons why not, but I wish that bit had been on a multi-plug here, so the hole that you drill through the wall you could get away with a smaller one. As you can see there, you've got to thread that through a hole in the wall, so you end up making a bigger hole than you actually need. There is a way around that too. They kind of do a junction box. That's the junction box. That goes on there, comes through the grommet, and then you can put it in there and just put the Ethernet cable through. But then you've got that on the outside, which in my view looks a little bit unsightly, and it's also easier to access, I suppose. Just smash it open or get to it. So although I bought one of these, I decided the way I'd do it is drill a hole through the wall, make the hole big enough, set that up on the outside, seal it, and then put a junction box inside. It's not actually a junction box because it's just an empty case like you'd get for your 3-pin sockets, but it's just got a blanking plate. So these are inside. That's a reset button. So also if I ever have to reset the cameras, I can get to it from inside the office without taking the camera off and moving its position and so on. So it's just handy. As I say, you probably can't see, but I've got junction boxes inside here and just a little bit of trunking to take it up and round the building. So it looks nice and neat in here. The picture is excellent. When you're streaming it, you can actually dumb down the signal if your internet connection isn't too good. You've got like a high, medium and low setting or a 4K setting, and you can go right down. I think it's called Fluent or some fancy name, but you still see it. But the main thing is everything through these cameras is recorded on that machine there, and you can go back. It can tell when there's a car going past, and it can tell when there's a person going by. So in the recording, it marks it with a little blue mark at the bottom. So when you're fast forwarding, when you're looking to see what's happened, you can basically go to these points rather than watching 24 hours of video or the video from when you shut the business to when you opened it in the morning. And I'm really impressed with it. It's a great system. I am going to try and stream. I can stream it over the internet. I've already done it onto a web page, and it will also live stream. I've got a live stream running on YouTube. I can't speak highly enough. And this system, it's cost me less than £1,000 to set up, and that's with 4 cameras, a pan-tilt zoom camera, which I can browse the forecourt at night. I can look anywhere on the forecourt from my phone, and also the recorder. If you don't want the recorder, you can buy another piece of equipment like this. This one's a Netgear, and it was on special offer on Amazon. And this again supplies power. So you've got your power plug there. That goes to your router, and then any of these can be used for cameras, and you can use it by typing the IP address into your computer, and you'll be able to see, or using the Reolink app. I think that was £30, and it's a 4-camera switch, so that's great too. Right, now hopefully, now I've explained a little bit about how I did my research first. I looked at the reviews on these, I looked at other people on the internet who'd fitted them, and I was quite happy to go ahead and put my own money into it. And then through various contacts with Reolink, basically saying how pleased I was. You know, they're not going to send a free camera to somebody who's not pleased with it, I suppose. But after that, they've sent me this other camera, and that completes my setup. I'm probably going to get a couple of cameras in here as well, and again, I'll go for Reolink. And there is actually, I could have kicked myself because there's a better pan tilt zoom camera than I've got. And you can also speak, you can hear what's going on outside, and you can speak to anybody or send them a message, which you're supposed to, you can with this. There's a speaker there. Going through my app, I can't seem to get the speaker working where I can talk back to people. But as I say, I'm terrible for not reading instructions. I won't read them. It just straight over my head instructions. I'd rather play about with it and figure it out myself. So hopefully I'll be able to get that sorted too. Right, let's get on with fitting it. So this is my setup, as you can see. It is a little bit untidy as far as the wiring goes at the moment, but I haven't set all that up. That's the recorder, 2 gig I think that is. And you can also see the pan tilt zoom camera there. So I have that set up to monitor the forecourt. That's the app on my computer. And if you look over here, you'll see when a car goes by, or there you go, a cyclist, it's picking up and marking the video. So makes it easier to scroll back. But that view I can get on my phone too. Now, as I say, that's the junction box I use, and I will take it through there, through the top channel, and then down here and over to my NVR. This is where we're going to be putting the other camera through there, and those are the other two. Now, just to prove, I have already got these cameras up. That is my pan tilt zoom camera. That's the other camera which I've already set up, with the wire running through the cabin and to the back. And then these are the anti-vandal ones at each side. So all covering the forecourt. There you go, Mr. Tufty just having a snack there. Unfortunately, I've frightened him off, but he will come back. When we first moved here, those squirrels were thin as a rake, and now they're like little cats. That's the other camera on the side here. And this is where I'm going to put the new one up. So as you can see, we've got the whole forecourt covered. Okay, so here we go. Bit of a health and safety warning here. I've used a proper ladder all week, but Northwest Autocare, who we borrowed it from, needed it back. So just step ladders today will make it more difficult than it should be. I've already marked the wall. I'm going to have to use this one first to drill through it and then drill the outside, make the bigger hole, but I'll show you. So that's it gone through. Just check on the inside. Yep, that's perfect. Now then, just got one of these conical drills here. Well, I've got two of them, but that's the one I need. And it does tend to get stuck a little bit because I'm trying to make it do too much. But here we go. As I say, it's a lot easier as well when you're on a ladder and you've got your whole body weight behind the drill. A lot easier with bricks. A procession of old motorbikes going by here. Oh, lovely bikes. All dressed up, the people all got suits on. I don't know what that's all about, but there's hundreds of them. Triumph speed triple. Gosh. Bit of an urgent gear change there. Easily distracted. I think that should do it for the metal. what I'm going to have to do now is just drill the wood out and the plasterboard inside. That's that itchy stuff, so. As I say, the Ethernet bit is the awkward bit, but so long as it'll go through, because you've got to pass it through here with something attached to it so it comes through the hole in the other side. So that'll go through nicely, so we're okay there. I'll just dig it out inside. I'm going to use the drill to drag it through. I'm not going to put the drill around that because that's the thickest, so I'll put it around one of the smaller ones, and also make sure that I don't do it right at the end. If I do it just a bit further down, like so, when I take it through the cavity, goes through the hole, and then I put the drill like so, that'll support the weight of the camera, and I don't need anybody to help me out here. It'll just hold on the other side. So here we go. Hopefully it will go through. That goes through nicely. Then we just have to pop these through as well. And then fish them out inside. As I say, this will also support the weight of the camera too, and your camera doesn't end up on the floor in 1,000 pieces. See that? That stops that going back through. If I can pull this, hook this through here. That's the little one. This one, that's the big one. I'm just going to give it a bit more slack there because I think the cable's catching on the aluminium. And I don't want to break it. Now before I drill the holes in the base plate, I just need to undo this. Just go a bit further up. Oops, nearly went, as I say, health and safety. So I just need to undo this. I want to get the camera pointing in and slightly downwards, but I also want to get it so these two little cutouts for the cable, because you could have the cable coming out there, I want to get those to the bottom so it's not going to be. There you go. I need that in that position like so. So this will move round, and then also the camera. Just do that a bit more. Or just undo that a bit more. Like so. So that moves round, and we can move it sideways. That's about it. The two little holes at the top. What could possibly go wrong? Now it can be a bit messy here, but my philosophy is it's better too much than too little. So I'm going to seal the plugs, the cable holes up at the bottom. Let's just get further up here. Try and make a bit of room. Screwdriver, sealant, so all around the hole. The screw holes. And then I also want to try and bung up the holes there and there. We'll put that up there. Try and find the first hole. Let's get the thread started. There. That's the wrong size screw. Just remember to pick that up afterwards so it don't end up in a tyre. That's them all started. Just get this bottom one. Really need a stubby for that. And then so all round, just inside the rim. Remember to knock that back so it don't keep squirting out. And then tighten the screws up. This bottom one is the most awkward one, and of course here I have to be careful that I don't pull the screws out of the aluminium. This is so very awkward for me. I just took that down there like that, make a bit of room. That's it. Then oops. So for the moment, that's the outside done. I'll just need to set the camera up once I've got it connected inside. I'll just remember those two as well. Just get it in. That'll be somewhere near, I think. Pick that screw up so it don't end up in a tyre. So that's the outside work done just in time as it started raining. Now I've made one of these junction boxes. Hopefully that'll be big enough to come out the back. Just need to take this screw off now. This drill off. Now there's no danger of it falling through. It did the trick, and as I say, just leave a couple of inches that way so it can't just, the weight of the camera can't just take it all back through the hole. The gimbal here, and then feed this through. And what's going to happen, that comes through the back, and I'm going to take the Ethernet cable through the top and through this trunking and round so it's all nice and neat. So just 1, 2, 3, that should do it. Don't need too much holding it on here. It's only plasterboard, not going to get any movement, any wear or tear. So just so you can't see all the wiring. There we go. So, what did I do with my cable? I'm not going to bore you with putting it through all the trunking. In fact, with a bit of luck, I might be able to cut, just even trying to get this off out. So here we go. The Ethernet cable, blimey, a bit unstable here. The Ethernet cable goes through the top like that, plugs into here. Get it the right way up. Gosh, I can't get it. There you go, the right way up. And then that, if I ever need to get to the reset button in future, I can do it from in here, because you can guarantee that if it does go off, it will be throwing it down outside, and that'll just tuck away there, and the box go on top. In fact, I'm going to put the box on top now because it'll just keep pulling out, and you'll see how it looks. So this is the top, the blanking plate, comes with 2 screws. I only need one of them, and get it a bit flatter this time. So I took that all in. Make sure there's no right angle bends in the cable. We don't want that. Causes problems. So that's what it looks like inside the house. If you're running it through your wall, through the cavity and so on, if you put that on the inside of the wall, again, it protects the cables. That will go up there, through there, and then run all the way around. Now, moment of truth, with all the other cameras, I kept it plugged in to make sure I hadn't done anything wrong. And then it comes up on the monitor, but I'll just plug it in at this side, if I can get to it. That's it plugged in. Will anything come up? There's a play button come up there. So if I click on the play button, there you go, there's the view. Let me just double click on that. And that's the camera there. So if I just go out to it now, can't see it on there because that's only set up for 4 at the moment, and I have to put my password in. So if I just go out to the camera like so, and then I go into the Reolink app. So let's just find it, click on Reolink, let's click on my cameras. There's 4 cameras at the moment. We'll see if a 5th comes up. Looks like that's promising there. Click on that one, loading stream, and that's it. As you can see, that's the camera. If I go out to it now, I'll go from this side, but using the app and the picture, I can just set it up. See, that's it. So I want the front and I want the entrance and I want up to those two cars there. All I need to do now is tighten the plate up at the back, and that's the camera fixed in position. So if I there you go, that's not going to move. That's it. So that's it. It's up, it's working. As you can see, I'm not too dirty. It's a nice clean job, easy to fix. And pretty much, apart from a drill and a screwdriver and some sealant, everything's in the kit that you need. So as I say, I can thoroughly recommend it. We've got them all around now. I can watch from home, I can watch from anywhere in the world. Same with your house. And you should be able to communicate with people. My intention here with these two is if people come when we're not in the garage, it'll alert me, it'll ping me to say that there's somebody on the forecourt. I can look who it is, and I can ask them if they need any help. Same with burglars. You can tell them to get out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.